A while ago, I completed Cyberpunk, and honestly, I loved it, but there are a few things I regret not doing at the time. And if you're planning to play the game, you can absolutely apply these to your playthrough. Starting with rushing the story. The first and probably the main thing I regret is rushing the story a bit too much. There are so many side missions I wish I did at the time. Now you can find these all over the map, and some of my favorite ones are honestly the quests Regina Jones gives you. Around the map you will find cyberpsychosis. They are pretty powerful, especially in the start. Only will you get money from them, but you will also sometimes get their weapons, and some of them are pretty actually damn good. Once defeating them, you can also try to read their backstory and why they went all crazy like this. Some of them have actually pretty interesting lore. So, if you're looking for a good fight, and you just want to try out your new Cyberware, this is probably the best way to do that. Weapons. There are hundreds of weapons you can buy or find around the map, and I'm honestly so sad that I didn't give all of them a chance. So my main weapons I used during my first playthrough were the Overwatch Sniper Panam gives you, Rostovich DB2 Satira, which is a double charge shotgun you get from a cyberpsychosis in the mountains, and honestly a basic revolver. Now at the time, I actually did not use assault rifles because they seemed pretty damn useless, because all of them were tier 1, and at the time I did not know that you can actually upgrade the weapons at all to different tiers. There's 5 different type of tiers. The rarity of a weapon also determines the rarity of attachments and modifications. So let's say for example you have a tier 2 weapon, but a tier 3 upgrade. You need to upgrade the weapon to use that upgrade. So basically the weapon has to be tier 3 and the upgrade has to be tier 3 for them to match. And as I'm replaying the game, honestly the modification for guns have become so much more important, especially playing in a harder difficulty. So definitely upgrade your weapons to make them so much more better and also so much more fun. Cyberware. The only time I really upgraded my cyberware was basically during Act 1 when you are at Vix, and I didn't really find any use to it. It was just because I didn't know how to. And at the time it just looked extremely confusing to me, and my brain just can't handle all this. When jumping to the present, I have been saving so much more money just to get some of the best cyberware. I'm just gonna say it, my favorite one has to be the Mantis Blades. Just going around and killing gang members with this is so fun. It's honestly super satisfying to do. The cyberware also has different types of tiers for you to unlock. Like better equipment, you will have to increase this bar right here. The higher it is, the better cyberware you can purchase. To do that, you need to buy the right cyberware. And if this is your first time playing Cyberpunk, upgrade the cyberware because they are super important and again, super fun. Skills. The skills in this game are divided into 5 different categories: Headhunter, Netrunner, Shinobi, Solo, and Engineer. Now Headhunter is associated with the cool attribute. You can gain experience by killing people with pistols, revolvers, sniper rifles, and throwable weapons. Another way to gain it is with attacking enemies while undetected and also performing takedowns. Netrunner is associated with the intelligent attribute. You can gain experience by killing people with smart weapons and monowire cyberware. Also quick hacking enemies, devices and vehicles, and also uploading demons to access points and crafting quick hacks will also gain you points. Shinobi. Shinobi is associated with the reflex attribute. You get experience by killing people with assault rifles, SMGs, blades, and also performing movements like dashing, dodging, and vaulting. Solo. Solo is associated with the body attribute. You can get experience by killing people with shotguns, LMGs, heavy machine guns, and blunt weapons. Some other ways are hitting people with special blunt weapon attacks and also performing body attribute checks. Last but not least is the Engineer, which is associated with a technical ability, which you can get experience from neutralizing enemies with tech weapons, grenades, projectile launch system, and bolt shots. Neutralizing enemies while certain cyberware and perk abilities are active, like for example Sendivistin, Berserk, Optical Camo, Overclock Mode, Furry Mode, etc. Crafting, upgrading, and disassembling items, and also performing technical ability attribute checks can all gain you points towards engineer. Other than helping you in gameplay, different stuff like skills also has other usages. Like for example, opening a door with force requires more body attribute. To add more importance, there's also a few dialogue choices which can only be used depending on your attributes level. My favorite one just has to be this.
Got that right, you bastard! Hey! Silverhand sends his regards.
Vehicles. During 90% of the story, I only used one vehicle, and that was the Scorpion's bike Pan Am gives you. Because I really couldn't be bothered to buy any new car or anything like that, because as I'm playing right now, I am using this car you can find in this location here, which is a tribute to the legendary driver Ken Block. You can tell because the name of the car is literally the Ken Block car. The body of the car is identical to the one Ken used in real life. You can also find his iconic number on the car, 43. This car is also weaponized, which just makes it even more fun. And another great shout again is Johnny's car, which is a reference to the Porsche 911. Highly recommend this car as well because it just genuinely it's very smooth to drive and just a great way to be more of a fan of Johnny. Relationships. During the story you will have different choices when talking to Johnny, and they could increase or decrease the relationship with Johnny. At first glance that might not seem like a big deal, but there's an ending which basically allows Johnny to take V's body, and the only way to get that ending is to have a 70% relationship with him. And the only way to actually get the relationship so high with him is simply being a dick to him. Like all the time, which is to me is extremely funny because you just gotta bring him down. You just gotta say like fuck you and everything like that. Now, this is kind of my list of things I kind of regret not doing. Like I should have really more put up attention to these. But look, at the time I just went from Red Dead to robots. So it's impossible for me to understand all of those, alright? And I really wish I did more side quests. Again, that was the main thing I was really sad that I couldn't do. I really wish I could do more side quests in my first game. Because look, once you finish a game for the first time, the second time you play it is never, and I mean never, gonna get as close to it as the first time because you don't know what's ahead. You don't know how the game is gonna end. You don't know how everything ends. Like if you understand what I'm saying. I'm just fucking yapping a lot, but hey, look, I appreciate you joining me in this video. If you did, be sure to subscribe because it does help me out a lot. If you have any other ideas for videos, please let me know down in the comments. And I shall see you tomorrow for a new video. Goodbye. Mwah!